All right, guys, welcome to one more session. In this particular session, we will discuss about something called as cron jobs. Now, let's start with the question. What is a cron job? Now, you can call this a cron job, or some of them calls this as a cron schedule as well. Okay. Now, to give a definition, a cron job is a time-based job scheduler for Unix type of operating systems. It allows user to schedule tasks to run periodically at specified intervals. That means, let us say, every 1 minute I want to run a command ls. There's no need any user to log in and every minute to run this command called as ls. If I create a job with the help of cron job, I can mention every 1 minute you have to run the job. Then it will keep on running. Let's say every 1 day, if we have to take a backup, we can schedule that job also with the help of cron job. Or else, let's say I want to take a backup once in every week or a month. So basically, we can schedule based on the time. Okay, that is called as a cron job. That means repeated tasks, the system can automatically take care of it if we schedule the job. Now, there are basically four terms that you need to understand if we have to create a cron job. One is called as Crontab, you see here. Okay, one is called as Crontab. What is a Crontab? Now, I told that we have to define a schedule, right? Where would we define a schedule? In this file called as Crontab. So this is a configuration file where you can define cron jobs by users. The next one is cron job. What is a cron job? It is the actual task that has to be specified. It has to be executed in specified intervals when it has to be scheduled. The next one is called as con schedule. So this is the frequency. How frequently you want the job to run? Once in a minute, or once in a day, once in 10 days, once in a week, once in a month. You can create a schedule. And the next one is called as cron expression. Now, what is a cron expression? It is the string that defines the schedule of a cron job. Okay? It is the string that defines the schedule of a cron job. Now, let us see how a cron job will look like. Okay? If you see, a cron job will something look like this. Asterisk, 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 and asterisk. Okay? And basically, what is the command that you have to run? It could be a script as well. Okay? Now, what does this determines? The first one determines at which minute you have to run this cron job. Let's say it is we have 60 minutes per 1 hour, right? So it could be anywhere between 0 to 59. That means first minute, every minute you have to run that particular job. The next one defines which hour, 0 to 23, 24 hours. So you can run anytime between 0 to 24 hours. The next one is day of the month, 1 to 31. You can choose which day you have to run this job. The next one is months, 1 to 12. So which month you have to run this job. Now let's say if I want to run a job in December, I can schedule it now only. Okay, I can also mention in December which day, which hour, what minute we can schedule that. And we can also specify which day of the week, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We can also mention 0 to 6. It will take which day of the week, 0 being Sunday, 1 is Monday, 2 is Tuesday, likewise. So these are the 5 fields which will be there in a cron expression. So this is basically called as a cron expression. So it will be described like this: five asterisks. The first one is minute, the second one is hours, third one is day of the month, fourth one is month, fifth one is day of the week. And if we want, we can also mention year. That is basically optional. Okay. Now let us say if I want to run a script every day at 2:30 p.m. Okay. If I want to run a script every day at 2:30 p.m. Now, how would the command look like? Let's see that. The command would look something like this. Even before that, let us look into something very simple. I want to run a command every 1 hour. Okay, the command that I want to run is ls. Okay, every 1 hour that I want to run. So that means 0, asterisk, 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 asterisk. Okay, so this will run this command ls every 1 hour. That means you have to run the first minute of every 1 hour. Okay, now let's say I want to run a command ls on first of every month. Okay, now let's say we have five asterisks, right? What are this? This is the first one, it is minute, second one it is hour, third one it is month of the day, fourth one it is the month, and the day of the week. Okay, now let's say I want to run a command first of every month. Then this is what? 0, 0. Which month I want to run? I want to run first. So I can give first, asterisk, asterisk. So now what will happen? This will perform a or this will run this command first of every month. Okay. Now let's say I want to perform a job on every Wednesday and Tuesday. Okay. I want to run a job every Wednesday and Tuesday. How I can define that particular job? So Wednesday is if Sunday is 0, Wednesday, Monday is 1, Wednesday is 3, right? So the last column will be 1 and 3. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Let's say I want to run it uh, every 1 minute on Monday and Tuesday, then I can put this. Okay, that is how we can define and run the cron jobs. Now I said that we have to define something like this, right? Now where we have to define that? That we have to define in a file called as Crontab. So this is a cron expression. Okay, in the cron expression there will be cron schedule, and we have to define in the Crontab. So that Crontab will run the cron job. Okay, now let us go ahead and see the cron job, cron tab, how it looks and how to update the job. Let me go here. Let me log into this. Sudo su. Okay, now let us see cron tab. First, let us do a let us list -l, enter. Okay, no cron tab for root. There is no cron jobs. Now let us say cron tab -e. Okay, now as soon as we go into the cron tab, it is asking which editor you prefer. You prefer a nano editor, Vim Basic, or ED. So let's say I prefer Vim Basic, then enter 2. Now it is taking you to the Crontab. Now press I, it will insert. Now if you come here, you see it is showing month, hour, day of the month, and the month, day of the week, and the command that you have to run. This is the syntax. Okay. Now we can mention our con job here. Let's say I want to run a command called as simple command called as date every minute so that we can see the output. So 5 stars. That means I want to run this command every minute. What is the command? Date is the command. Let's say I want to redirect this to a file called as sample.txt. Okay. That file is not there. It will automatically create that. So that is the syntax that I want to run. Okay. Date and redirect to sample.txt. When I want to run, I want this to run every minute, starting of every month, every day, every hour, first minute, this has to run. Let me save and close this. Now ls, we see there is no folder by name sample. Ls pipe sample. It's not there. Okay, let us wait a moment. We will be able to see that file in a minute because it will start, it will run for every minute. Let me run that one more time. Meanwhile, let us also see Crontab-L to see if there are any jobs that run. You see now, as soon as I gave Crontab-L, now it is showing for this user, this is the job that is running. Okay, previously it showed there is no job. Yeah, now you see the file has been stored in the user home directory. The home directory for root is root, right? So I went into the root directory now. You see I have this file called as sample.txt. Let's see what is there in that. You see, this is what it is there in that. So for every minute, it will keep running that particular command and it will keep updating this particular file. Now, do I have to actually run this command every minute? Not required, right? So this is basic use of using a contabs. Now, let us say if I want to run some backup job once in a day, I can schedule it by using a Cron Job. And in the Cron Job, what are the things that we need to know? There are four things. One is called as Crontab. This is where you go and give the Cron Job, and you have in the Cron Job you have to give a schedule and you have to give a Cron expression. So there is five asterisks. First asterisk will determine the minute of the hour. Second asterisk will determine the which hour. Third asterisk will determine the day of the month. Fourth asterisk will determine the month. Fifth asterisk will determine the day of the week. Okay, based on whatever schedule that we want, we can create that schedule. Now let me go and see. Let's see whether this command has ran again or not. Okay, now you see it is 41 here. Now if you see, it got updated to 42. That means the command date is running for every 1 minute. Now let's say it is what it is doing, it is replacing. Let us I want to do a append. How can I do append? Let me go to this contab.e again and let's go I can go here and do this. Now what will happen? It will append. Now it will not remove the old one. It will keep on appending. Okay, so you can see after some time there'll be multiple entries. That is how you can create a con jobs, and it is very very important that you need to know con jobs. Now you see there are multiple asterisks, right? The first asterisk is the minutes. You can define from 0 to 59. The second asterisk is the hour. You can define from 0 to 23. The third asterisk is the day of the month. Fourth asterisk is the month. You can choose from 1 to 12. The fifth asterisk is day of the week. Okay, that is how you can define cron jobs. All right. Okay, thank you for joining the session, guys. You guys have a good time. See you in the next session.